Hello students. In today's video lecture, we'll continue with Merchant of Venice by William Shakespeare, Act 3, Scene 2. Now before I begin with today's lecture, let's have a quick recap of what we did in the previous video lecture. In the previous video lecture, we saw that Bassanio has already selected the right casket, that is the lead casket which contains the portrait of Portia, in which there is also a scroll. He reads the scroll and he is happy with his destiny. Portia has also given him a ring with a pledge to be taken by Bassanio that not to part with the ring. So Bassanio assures Portia that only his death can part him with the ring. So this way Bassanio assures his love for Portia. Then we have Gratiano, who is seeking permission to get married at the same time when his master Bassanio marries. So Bassanio has given him permission. So let's continue with Gratiano's dialogue. As I always say, keep your textbook in front and also a pencil to jot down few important points. I won't be reading the lines from your textbook, and the explanation in the modern English is there right in front of your screen. So this way it will be easy for you to understand. At the same time, I'll go on with my explanation. Gratiano. I thank your lordship. You have got me one. So now here after taking permission from Bassanio to get married when his master gets married, Bassanio says that with my heart, that is with all his heart, he has given Gratiano the permission to get married, provided if he gets a wife. So Gratiano is replying that I thank you, lordship, that is I thank you, sir, you have given me, or you have helped me in getting a wife. My eyes, my lord, are as quick in observing as yours. So here he is saying that when you saw Lady Portia and you recognized her love, or you fell in love with her, I saw her maid, that is Nerissa. You fell in love with Lady Portia, I fell in love with Nerissa, because like his master, he doesn't like to miss or neglect an opportunity. At the same time, he says, your good luck depended upon the casket. That is, Bassanio's luck or fortune depended upon the caskets. Why? Because if he chooses a right casket, then only he can marry Portia. So this way, his good luck also dependent on the casket. That is, indirectly, Gratiano's good luck also dependent on the casket, because he was like kind of Nerissa had taken a promise from him that she will accept Gratiano's love only if Bassanio was lucky enough to win her mistress Portia. So this way he is saying that when your fortune or your luck depended upon these caskets, my luck also depended on them. Then he says, or he exaggerates by saying that he has taken a vote of love, and also he says that I and swearing till my very roof was dry. So here roof stands for mouth. So it's an exaggeration, or he exaggerates his love or his situation by saying that he has put in all the efforts to win a wife, and he has sworn oaths of love until his mouth became dry. So once again, I repeat Gratiano's dialogue. After getting permission from Bassanio to get married, if provided Gratiano gets a wife, so Gratiano is thanking his lord Bassanio, who has helped him in getting a wife. That is, he is giving the credit of finding a wife, or he is thanking Bassanio for giving him an opportunity to find a wife. Now how come when Bassanio saw Portia and fell in love with Portia, at the same time Gratiano saw her maid, that is Portia's maid Nerissa, and he fell in love with Nerissa. Also, when Bassanio's luck depended on the caskets, indirectly Gratiano's luck also depended on the caskets, because Nerissa, because he had got a promise from Nerissa that Nerissa will accept Gratiano's love only on the condition if Bassanio was lucky enough to win Portia. Also, he exaggerates his situation, his love, by saying that he has put a lot of efforts to win a wife, that is, to win a wife like Nerissa, and he has swore oaths of love until his mouth became dry. Portia. Is this true, Nerissa? Question mark. That means Portia is asking or kind of confirming this news which she came to know from Gratiano with Nerissa. Madam, it is so. You stand pleased withal. So Nerissa is saying, Madam, yes, it is true. Only if you are pleased with this. Means if you are happy, if you are pleased with this, then only it is true. Bassanio. Gratiano mean good faith. Now here Bassanio is also confirming with Gratiano that are you sincere in your promise, that is your love for Nerissa sincere? So Gratiano is confirming by saying yes. Bassanio, our feast shall be much honored in your marriage. So now Bassanio is saying our wedding feast will be more of kind of honor by your marriage, like our wedding feast will be honored by your marriage. Bassanio, Lorenzo and Salanio welcome here. Now here in this scene, Lorenzo, Jessica and Salario, they enter, but before that I missed one line. Gratiano, who comes here? Lorenzo and his infidel. So now here Gratiano sees that someone has entered. It is none other than he is none other than Lorenzo and his infidel. Now what is the meaning of the word infidel? Infidel means non-believer, disbeliever, or a disloyal person. So now here Gratiano is referring infidel to Jessica. Now why infidel? Because she is a disbeliever or non-believer or in Christianity, or because of her Jewish faith. And along with Lorenzo and his wife Jessica, who else has entered? His old friend Celarino. So this way Lorenzo, Jessica and Celario enter. Also there is a messenger from Venice. Bassanio, Lorenzo and Celario welcome hither. So now Bassanio is welcoming Lorenzo and Celarino here. Now where here? Here in Belmont. And he's saying that if my newly achieved interest in this place allows me to welcome. So he's welcoming them. At the same time he's saying that if the newly achieved right or interest. Now why newly achieved? Because he has married Portia. Actually he belongs to Venice and Portia belongs to Belmont, and they all are here in Belmont right now. So that's why after getting married to Portia, now he also has got rights here in Belmont, that is Portia's palace. So that's why he is saying that if my newly achieved interest in this place, that is Portia's palace, allows me to welcome you. By your permission, sweet Portia, I welcome my friends and countrymen. So at the same time, he is welcoming his friends. At the same time, he is taking permission from his wife Portia to welcome his friends and countrymen. Countrymen, why? Because they all belong to Venice. Portia, so do I, my lord. They are entirely welcome. So Portia is also welcoming them, heartily welcome. That is with all her heart. She is welcoming them. Lorenzo, I thank you, sir, for my part, my lord. I didn't intend to see you here. So now Lorenzo is thanking them for the honor, for the welcome. And then he says that as far as I am concerned, my lord, he is referring to Bassanio, it was not my intention to come here and meet you. So he's clearing that he didn't mean to come, and it was not his intention to come here and meet them. But on the way, he happened to meet Celario by choice. He requested me earnestly to accompany him. So he's saying that on the way he met Celario, and Celario requested him to come along with him, that is to accompany him. Celario, I did, my lord, and I have a reason for it. Mr. Antonio sent you his regards. So Salario is saying that, yes, my lord, I did that. That, like, I told Lorenzo to accompany me, but then I have a definite reason, I have a valid reason for it, for doing that. Signor Antonio. So he is referring to Antonio as Signor, which means like kind of respect, Mr. So he's saying that Mr. Antonio has sent you his regards. And with this, he gives Bassanio a letter. Bassanio, before I open his letter, please tell me how my good friend is doing. So Bassanio is saying that before I open this letter, please tell me how is my friend doing, that how is he. Celerio, he is not sick, my lord, unless it's in his mind, but he is not well, unless in his mind. His letter there will show you his state of affairs. So now this is kind of complex situation where Salario is saying that he is not sick unless his sickness belongs to his mind. You know, it's more of psychological, you could say. So physically he is not sick, but then he is sick in his mind. Nor is he well in the state of his mind. At the same time, he is not in his state of mind. That is, he is not okay. Bassanio reads the letter. Gratiano, Nerissa, cheer you your stranger. So Gratiano is telling to Nerissa, Nerissa, you should go to that stranger and bid her welcome. Give me your hand, Celerio. What is the news from Venice? How is that prince among merchants, Antonio, getting on? So now first Gratiano is telling Nerissa to go to that stranger. Now here he is referring to stranger as to Jessica. So he is saying Nerissa to go and welcome, or to make her comfortable, that is to Jessica, make Jessica comfortable, welcome her. And meanwhile he shakes his hand with Celerio and asks him about what is the news from Venice and how is the royal merchant, that is good Antonio, doing. I know he will be happy at our success. We are the Jasons, we have won the fleece. So now he is talking about the success. Success here means Bassanio selecting the right casket and getting married to Portia. Meanwhile, Gratiano finding her love in the form of Portia's in Portia's maid Nerissa. So here this is the success he is referring to. And here, children, this Jason and fleece, if you remember, we have already done this reference before. The fleece I'm here referred is to the golden fleece. So he's saying that we are like Jason who won the golden fleece. Celerio, I wish you had won the fleece that he has lost. So here Celerio is saying that I wish that you had won the fleece that Antonio has lost. So here I would have won means he is wishing that they could have won, like it would have been better, that things and situation would have been better if they would have won the fleece, or they would have won the situation which Antonio has lost. Means he's talking about the condition, or the which Antonio is, financial condition which the Antonio is going through. Portia, there are some shrewd contents in yon some paper. So now Portia is saying there are some harsh content, or there is some bad news in that letter which has stolen the color from Bassanio's cheek. Now the expression on the Bassanio's face and the color of Bassanio's cheek, you know, when you get to hear some sad or shocking news, the color or the face becomes pale. So from that color on the Bassanio's cheek is indicating, or it's telling Portia that something is really bad, or there is definitely some bad news in that letter which he has received from Antonio. It must be that some dear friend is dead. Means the news can be as harsh or as bad as like a friend being dead, a dear friend being dead. Otherwise, nothing in the world could bring so much change in the nature of any steadfast man. So here she's saying that definitely the news has to be like really very bad, otherwise nothing would change the constitution. Now here constitution means mental condition of a man who is so constant, means like a steadfast here man, or like a person who is very strong. So she's kind of expecting, or she's kind of you know guessing that the news must be definitely related to his dead friend's death, otherwise nothing would change the mental condition of a man who is so strong and firm, or a constant man. What worse and worse, please Bassanio, I am your other half. So now she is requesting Bassanio to let her know what is the news, and she's saying that I am half yours, and therefore I must easily get half of everything that is given to you by that letter. So she's saying that since half of you belongs to me, or I am half of yours, therefore she has all the right to know what is there in the letter, and she should get half of it, like whether it is happiness or whether it is like some difficult situation, she is equally there, like to shoulder, or she is there for Bassanio. Bassanio. Oh sweet Portia, here are few of the most unpleasant words they were written on the paper. So now after reading the paper, he is kind of disclosing to Portia some of the unpleasant. Now why unpleasant? Because the words are not pleasant, means it's not a pleasant news. Gentle lady, when I first gave my love to you, I freely told you that all the wealth that I had ran in my veins. I was a gentleman, and then I told you the truth. So here he is kind of um, expressing, or he's disclosing his situation. So he is referring Portia as gentle lady, and he's saying that when I first expressed my love to you, I told you that all my wealth was in my blood, which runs in my veins. I was a gentleman, that is, even Bassanio belonged to a noble family, and he also had enough wealth. And what I told you about myself was absolutely correct. Means whatever I told you about myself, that I belong to a noble family and I have enough wealth, that is true. Sorry, that was absolutely correct. And yet, as you will see, even when I evaluated myself and said that I was nothing, I was actually boasting. Bragging here means boasting. So he is saying that when I told you, when I evaluated myself, actually I was boasting. When I told you that wealth was nothing, I should have told you that I was worse than nothing. Means he's kind of regretting that he should have told Portia that when he expressed his love to Portia for the first time, that wealth was nothing. He should have told that was what worse condition, or what was his situation at that time. For in fact, I have pledged myself with a dear friend and involved my dear friend in a debt. So he's telling Portia that though I belonged to a noble family, a rich family, and I had enough wealth, but then how his situation changed, and there came a time when he had to involve his dear friend, that is Antonio, in a debt, and that too with his bitter enemy. Now here bitter enemy, Shylock, to supply myself with money. That means he's talking about the bond, he's talking about the agreement, where because of Bassanio, Antonio had to take a loan from his enemy, that is Shylock, of 3,000 ducats. This is a letter, lady, but the paper is like the body of my friend. So he is handing over the letter to Portia and saying that though it's just a letter, but it is almost like the body of my friend. Every word written on it is like an open wound from which life blood is streaming. So he's saying that the condition of my friend is so bad that the letters of this word are like wound on his body from which the blood is flowing, or blood is oozing out. But is it true, Celerio? Have all business dealings failed? Then he is confirming this with Celerio, that is it true that all his ships have been wrecked and all his business dealings failed? Is it a fact that not even one of his ships has been able to return? Has none of his ships come back from Tripolis, from Mexico, from England, from Lisbon, Barbary, and India? Now, all the 6 ships of merchant ships or heavily laden ships of Antonio has been wrecked. So he's confirming it with Celerio, like how can it be so bad, like how come all the business dealings and all the ships have been wrecked, not even a single ship from these different places which it had come back. That is so children, here you have to remember the names of all the places where his ships have been. Has not one ship escaped from the destructive touch of the rocks which ruined merchant ships? So now here he is talking about the rocks, the huge rocks which are there deep in the ocean, because of which the ships get wrecked. So he's asking, not even a single vessel or a single ship has escaped the destructive touch of the rocks, and it has ruined the merchant completely. Thank you, children.